Welcome to AppGen. This demo will show some of the capabilities of AppGen through creating a ticketing application. We will create tables that we will use to create a form and a grid that we will use to make a master detail from them. We will then use an auto-created chart in a screen with a grid. Finally, we'll check the auto-created rules that send a mail when a record is added. We will first create a user. Add your email and you will receive a user ID and password. Use them to log into AppGen. Click Home and add an application. Click the plus sign and add a ticket application. We will then add more languages. Let us explore the tree on the left. Settings will allow you to customize the application color and font size. Use GitHub to commit the source code generated. You can get access to that source code once you add your GitHub ID. Use SQL Workbench to access the database. Tables allow you to create a table by field definition or using SQL statement or using a CSV or Excel file. We use components to create a form, grid, or a list, also to modify the triggers and field attributes. With built-in components, we can utilize existing report or chart in a screen. We use screens to create master detail, tabs, and customize screens. Let us go back to ticket application after we have added the languages. Select tables from the tree. Click on Create Table Options and create using a statement. Paste the create statement for the ticket table and submit. We will change the UI type of subjects to be not lookup. Now we're going to create another table. Both tables have an auto increment a primary key. We will now create a form from the first table and a grid from the second table. Select components from the tree and then press the plus sign and we'll select the first table and we'll create a form. We will leave the language as generate for now. And then let's create the second table, the grid from the second table. We'll also leave the language as only generate. Now a pop-up will show up so that a grid requires one field to be as required. So we will select the data, the commented data as required. We will also use the ticket, define the ticket ID as a primary key, so you are able to link the master detail together. Let us generate the two components and check what we have just created. Select components from the tree, then select the form and click generate and select the grade and select also generate. A pop-up will show to navigate to the runtime. We will click on the test your application, and we can use this screen now to log into the runtime using the same user ID and password. On the left side, the menu under My Apps, we're gonna find the application we just created. If you go there, we're gonna find the grid and also the form we created. If the form selected, we will be in the new record mode, so we can add a new record. If you go to the lookups, I'll go now to the status ID lookups, and I press question mark, I will be able to add any new lookup. I will modify now the status ID to add proper values, so I will remove the current values and add codes for open and in progress and completed. I need also to select the language because it's mandatory. I can later define the different language. I will just use English for now. Press save and quit from here. If we check the lookup now, we can find the 3 values has been added. We'll navigate back to AppGen in order to create a master detail. Select screens from the tree and click the plus sign to add a screen. The screen type will be master detail. We will call it ticket comments. In screen component, add the forms, the ticket form as the first entry. And then add the grid. And press save. Let's generate the master detail and go back. We don't need to press the test application. You can just navigate through the runtime and it will be recompiled, and now we can see the master detail. Before we add records, let's put some code to auto-populate the date fields and also to rearrange. So we'll go back to AppGen and we select the forms. Let's go to the form and then the triggers, and then we will select the pre-insert, and we will set the created date to the current date. We'll also do the same thing for the pre-update. Also for the pre-update, we will add code in order to set the completed date to the current date if the status ID is 30. We will then rearrange the form, so we select the fields. Okay, we'll have the ticket ID and the subject, and then we have the content. We'll have the created date here, updated date here. I rearranged the fields. Also for the pre-update, it should not be for update for the created, it should be for the updated date. So I'll fix that. Okay, we will also change the attribute of the field subject to make it bigger, put a style to it. So we go text box style. We'll make a bigger font and make it bigger width. We'll also change attributes for the grid, for the so the attachment data field, we're going to make it a type attachment, and the comment data will make it also bigger. And we will make the comment ID as non-visible. Let's now generate the two components, the form and grid. But let us change the language into translate. So this way it will generate the two languages that we have selected, the German and the Arabic. So let's generate the form. It's going to take a little bit more time in order to translate both of them. If we check now the language, we can see that the text now has been translated to Arabic and German. If you edit them now, you can edit them anytime, but if you regenerate with the translate on, this will be overwritten. When we log into runtime, we can check the multilingual screens. So if you go to the master detail and change the language into Arabic, you can see all the titles has been changed into Arabic. You can also check the German. Okay, now let us add a new ticket. So we'll add this ticket, log 1. This is the master. Now we can add the detail. And add an attachment. As you can see that the created date has been changed. I will make this one agent ID here as agent ID 0 and update. I will also create another record. Okay, I will make agent ID here as 1 so that the rule works. Okay, if we go now to statistics and the dashboard, we can see that the auto-created dashboard is now showing the agent ID. We can put this chart into a screen with the grid. So we'll go back to the screens and we create another screen now. We'll first create the built-in screen from the chart. We'll create a chart and we will select the one for the ticket. Then generate this. Now we'll generate a screen from this with the grid. There's going to be a screen. And we will add both the grid of the comments, sorry, the form. Okay, in row number 1, and on the same row we will add the chart on the same row. Let's generate the screen. Okay, let's check the generated application. Okay, now we have the statistics with the chart. Now we'll check for the rules. We'll go to System Admin and we'll check the auto-created rule for this application. We're interested in this one. This is a post insert ticket rec, and this one, say if agent ID equals agent ID 1, it will send a mail to my email. We go and check the mail, we find that I have received such mail. Let us check the auto-created dashboard. So if we navigate into statistic setup, we can see there are 4 created records, 2 for each table. If we check the one for the ticket, this is the chart that we see. And the dashboard contains only this chart. Let's add another chart so you also get the same one, and we will make it as a pie. So now the dashboard have 2 of them. With this we come to the end of this demo. Thank you.